time. How's everybody doing? Oh, look, we've got comments. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. Oop, good sound. Turn that down. If you notice my little pinned comment, I just happen to think that January has been an awfully long month, and maybe it would be good to just get together and have a little chatting together. Just give you guys something, a little background noise. I have sold several of my scrappy note cards, so I need to make some more. So I thought I would do that. I've gotten a few comments here and there, so I thought we'd chat a little about comments. I have a short little list that I keep putting things down so I can remember, because you guys know that if you sidetrack me with one thing, I'm going to totally forget what's going on. What's Vicky doing? Going to actually try to make it down to the sewing room to open all the boxes. Oh, opening boxes are fun and exciting. I like to open boxes. I don't like to pay for what's in the boxes, but I love to open boxes. Hello, 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 everybody. So we're not doing a tutorial today. I hope that is okay with everyone. We're just going to have some quilty fun time, some creative time among friends, a little chatting. I've got myself set up. You can see my fan is blowing everything around. I've started to use a little glue stick to glue my interfacing down, so at least that part of it doesn't blow around from the fan. And yes, the fan, you know, the simple thing would be to turn off the fan, but no, I can't turn off the fan. I thought today would be a total nice surprise, Maria. I thought it would be fun to just come on, and I was thinking, am I supposed to go live today? It's been a very long month. I'm like, what should we do? What should we do? Well, you know what? I'm in charge of my channel. I'm going to be moving around a lot like this. I can't seem to stand still lately, but it's my channel and I can do what I want, right? So I thought we would go live and chitter chatter while I putter around and work on my little bin of scraps. It's gotten full again, so my card supply is low and my scrap bin is full. Awesome, Sandy. I was hoping it would be a nice little surprise for everybody that we could just kind of hang out, just do our thing. I'm going to sit here and put things on. I'm going to wait a couple minutes before I really start chatting. I know there's going to be people popping in mostly on replay because it's a total surprise today. So we'll just give everyone just a little bit of time to get settled in. Grab yourself something to drink, a little fun project to work on. If you're a knitter, now's a good time to just sit down with one of those projects that you don't have to really pay attention to. A little EPP hand piecing. Hello, 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 everybody. Yes, chat with all of your friends. Say hi to everyone. Welcome anyone who's new, and welcome back everyone who's been here before. I love having old friends come back, but I really love meeting new people too. It looks like the light is okay. I do have my window, the curtains open. Let me know if you're getting too much light from over here. It's a little bit, don't laugh at me. Remember, I'm in Florida and I've been here since '82. It's a little chilly today. I think it might be about 70 right now, but the house tends to stay cold. It's a very cold house in the winter and a very hot house in the summer. So if I close this curtain, I tend to get really cold fingers. Everybody, hello, hello. I love seeing everyone come in. If you can all just take a second to do a couple things for me first. Hit that little like button, because that really does amazing things for the channel. We're going to talk about also what things do, how you can help a YouTuber out. Not just me, but your other favorite YouTube people. Yeah, well, I kind of figure Maine's got to be pretty darn cold, yes. You guys probably have ice and snow and all kinds of nasty stuff. But we're doing the thing where it's 80 one day and then 54 the next and then it hits 75. I got brand new sneakers in the mail yesterday. I had saved up my Amazon points and I actually got a brand new pair of sneakers for free. So I saved myself $65. Now, isn't that exciting? I love getting new sneakers. So I took them out for a little walk yesterday. It was about 70 degrees, just a slight breeze, so it was gorgeous out. To make 70 more masks. Ooh, my. I still have not, I say this all the time, I still have not made any masks for myself. I want to make 10, 15, 20 of them so that instead of washing the same one over and over again, I can just pile them all up and then wash them when they fill up. Right, Sandy? I love anything where I can save points. I have the same thing hooked up with my debit card that as you spend money, it collects points for you, and then eventually you can turn it in for something. It's usually something you probably wouldn't buy on your own. Like I got a waffle maker once, which was really, really cool. Elizabeth, we're not actually doing a project today. This is a bonus live stream. We're just going to sit and chat. I am working on my scrappy cards, my note cards. I have started to run low again, so I need to build that back up, and it's a several day process for me. I go ahead and iron on all my scraps, then the next day or another day, and then a week or two, I'll sew them all down, and then I'll turn them into the note cards so that you use them for anything. I like to use them as thank you cards, but I put them in my shop and I sell them, and people like to use them just to send out to friends, just to say, hey, how's it going? I love sending out, hey, how's it going cards. So where do I sound like you're busy? Oh wait, so where do I look for? Okay, now for the Amazon points, I have an Amazon store card and I also have an Amazon debit card. I don't like to keep credit card balances, so what a lot of times I'll do is I'll just order it and pay with one of my credit cards through them, either the Amazon store card or the credit card. I can't remember which one gives me the points. I believe it's an Amazon credit card. And then after it comes in, I pay it all off when the monthly bill comes in, so I don't have a balance going forward. But it allows me to earn those bonus points that I can turn in for free items. I bought mattresses. I needed a new mattress, and Robbie George needed a new mattress. I like to do a plan with my kids. If they need a little help, I'll go ahead and buy it for them, and then they can always pay me back later. So while he bought his own mattress, I put it on my card. So that allowed me to have the bonus points from his mattress and mine, which is, I think, what really put me over the limit to get the shoes. I was saving up and waiting and trying to decide what I wanted to spend it on. But when it hit that amount that was like, I think it was like $3. I had $3 left over after I bought my shoes. I'm like, okay, it's meant to be. I'm going to get new shoes with this. You're very, very welcome. Check in with your bank, because I can do it with my debit card also. I pay all my bills with my debit card, so I get points that way through them too. So there's usually a lot of variety of ways that you can go ahead and earn a few points here and there. So we've got some mask makers. What else are you guys working on today? Amazon points equal woodworking stuff. Yes. Yeah, see, you use it, you're spending the money anyways, and as long as you're not like building up, my credit cards don't build up over time. I keep them paid down. I like to keep running. It helps with your credit, and it's just, sometimes it's a little more secure to use your credit card than it is to use your debit or cash or something if you're shopping online and whatnot. And as I said, it just earns me points, so why not? Same thing with like my Sam's. I have a Sam's credit card and I have that Sam's Prime membership or whatever. So if I buy things at Sam's versus somewhere else a couple times a year, I get cash back. So then I let that gather up until I get a certain amount. And then I just go ahead and splurge it on something fun. Thanks everyone. So now I've had some questions. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and put them in capitals. Either do the @RsIslandCrafts so I can see it. I am, you know, a couple feet from the comments, so I might have to lean in and squint a little. But you guys let me know. If you have any questions, just anything random, you can ask whatever you want. If you need some help with some type of crafting item, someone in the comments might be able to help you. We have a lot of really creative, crafty people here. If there's something you want to know about something I've done or should do or want to do, anything along those lines, you go ahead and pop them in there. I had a question about, oh, that 10-stitch blanket. I really want to make that circular one. I'm just not sure I want to do the short rows because I'm afraid when I set it back down, I won't remember where I was when I pick it back up. But that 10-stitch blanket, a lot of them are so nice. Trying the 52, oh, I've been seeing the 52 tags, well, probably from you, Jody, popping up all the time. Better Days S is Amy. Amy, you will have to I have to apologize in advance. I will never remember that until, you know, days and days and weeks of trying to remember that. So hopefully you don't mind if I just call you by your screen name until it sticks. I'm terrible with names. Totally terrible. You know, this scrap thing, you would think it'd be easy, but I'm trying to, like, okay, I have this little dinosaur head, and I don't want to put him with this Aztec-y thing, and this is a bug, and I don't want the dinosaur with the bug, and then the doggy will eat it. So I try to think, where do I want to put the dinosaur? Oh, Sandy, I signed up for the temperature quilt last year. I got it all set up. I figured out my colors and my ranges, and then I chickened out. That's not, you know, I really don't think I'm going to sit down and actually work on it. I'd set it up when I was writing on my calendar what the temperatures were for all the days and stuff. And I thought, you know what, if I ever want to do it, I'll just wait, buy all the fabric or the yarn or whatnot, depending on how I'm going to do it. And then I'll just do the years before, or I'll do my birth year or something. And then I'll just do it all in one shot. So it's not something I have to add to regularly because I'm terrible at that. Excellent. I hope so, because, you know, I kind of make up names as I go along sometimes too. And I mean, I totally understand people don't remember names. Names are hard. Numbers are like hard, true facts. Names can be hard. Oh yeah, everyone has done really great. The Jelly Roll Race quilts, if you want to see them, they're in the Facebook group. I've been giving everyone permission to pop in there, checking out everyone's different projects. It's been really fun. 18 flannel hearts, a small quilt, and 2 small cotton blankets. Oh, for the preemies of the Carolinas, yes. Those little hearts and stuff are always so cute. And they're really important for the preemies too. So I had a question that I did well, you know, I never answer any question quickly and do a short thing, but, oh, Vicky, don't worry. We'll find a way to scream at you. If Sue can't do it, someone else will help her out. We don't mind screaming at people, right? Just kidding. If you do something wrong, you do something wrong. We don't mind. Etsy. Why did I go back to Etsy? I was at Etsy, I think when I looked it up, it said I've been there since 2005, which, wow, that was a long, long time ago. But I was there in the earlier parts when you had to wait your turn to get signed in and have an account and stuff in a shop. And at that time, you know how everything goes through growing pains. People change, businesses change, they have to find out what's going to work for them. And at the time, the way they were changing things back then did not work for me and my shop. And then Artfire opened up, so I chose to slide over to Artfire and start working with them instead. Mostly because of the money. I wasn't selling a lot of things, and Artfire didn't have the fees that Etsy had at the time. So I thought, well, I'll just go there, save myself that money, And then if my shop ever gets busy and popular, then I'll see what I do at that point. Well, now Artfire is having more fees, and they're not really giving you much in return. As you guys may hear me say a lot, I don't ever get to do a lot of international shipping. If you want to ship with me, buy through me with international, I have to figure out the prices and get you guys a quote. And while it's more work, it's always worth it to get you guys the product that you want. But on Etsy, they figure out all the international shipping for me. Their fees have changed and everything's kind of leveled out. I'm sure you guys see the Etsy commercials just like the rest of us, that they're all over the place. They always have been. Once Martha Stewart figured out Etsy was a good place, it really became popular. But Artfire is now charging, I pay $20 a month, and I'm really not getting anything out of that deal. I'm actually I have to pay $20 whether I sell anything or I sell $1,000 worth. So that $20 is there. Plus I have to pay every time I sell something, and it just, all those fees just kept adding up, and I wasn't getting anything out of it. So I thought, well, let me go ahead back and try Etsy out again and see how they're doing. So I'm at Etsy. I'm starting to slowly bring things over from my Artfire. I'm leaving things behind like the Christmas and stuff like that. I'll bring that into Etsy later. But right now, if you go into my Artfire shop now until either the end of February or I transfer over what I want into Etsy, you can use the code Moving Sale. You can see it in the community tab here. And if you use that in Artfire, you're going to get 25% off your total purchases. So if there was something in the shop you wanted, but you were a little hesitant, go ahead and grab them now while you got that nice discount code. Hopefully that'll help you guys out. Juan Sima Pushy Real Show. Okay. So that's that with the whole Etsy thing. It's going to take me a bit to get everything over. There's a lot of copy and pasting and bringing up the new photos and transferring things over. So I'm trying to do, my goal was to do 10 listings a day, but I've had to stop a few times because Justin wanted to go out and check out the Sprouts Market because they had some low sodium sausage and bratwurst that he wanted to get. So I did that, and I lost track of some of the days there and here. And then I was working on something. So you guys have seen my fabric baskets, right? So I decided that I needed to make some more because I have to make every color of the scraps that I have. So I made a green version. So these are all the same size as the orange one, just in different colors. It's still RsIslandCrafts. It should be listed down below in the description box of this video. If you just search RsIslandCrafts in Etsy, it'll pop up. When you start typing it in, it'll say find a shop with that name, and you just click on that and I'll pop right up. Thank you. So I've really been going a little bit crazy doing the scrappy colors instead of, transferring things over, because both shops are open. You guys can go ahead. Thank you, Sandy. You guys can pick up things you want in either place. I have to get these listed. I've got all the pictures done today. I finished them actually, making them today, so I ran out of time before the live stream. So I'll go ahead and list these after. I love this blue fabric on the handles. I didn't have too much of it, but I just had so much fun. Now that I have my fabrics sorted by my scraps, sorted by colors, it was so easy to just go ahead and grab that colored bin, sort through it, and cut some little squares out of it. Excuse me, it's very dry today. I have to have a lot of little sips of water. So that's what I was working on. I have a list of things that I really should be doing, but it was just so much more fun to make those baskets. So that's what I did. I think sometimes we just have to take those moments and do what feels like fun to us instead of the things that we have to do. There's always time for the have-to-dos. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, everyone. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making them. I still have a couple colors left, but I thought, well, I better hold off because I have to make one still with you guys. So I'm saving. I'm thinking maybe since we're going to be doing it, in March? I've already done green, so I haven't done a pink one yet. So maybe we'll do pink when I show you how to make the baskets. They're really, really fun. And they really don't take that long if you're only making one of them. Okay, so that is why I switched to Etsy. What's the next thing? We've got baskets. Oh, make sure you, if you want to, go ahead and like the video, but also double check to make sure you're a subscriber. YouTube likes to randomly unsubscribe people for whatever their reasons are. So anytime you come into any channel, it's always a good idea when you're watching the video to make sure you're still subscribed to that channel, because you don't want to accidentally get removed and not see what that channel is putting forward for the next videos. You can see the live video. Is anyone's video of Robin live or just a chat? I still see a pic only. I am waving. I'm waving, Gwenny. Did you see my little bags come up? You might have to refresh. I may look a little stagnant, like I'm not moving very much, as I'm just pretty much doing the same thing over and over again. Excellent. I'm glad you found us back again, Gwenny. It's so funny on how the video will stay live and not the comments, or the comments and not the video. It really, I get very confused sometimes because I'm like, whoa, I feel like I'm missing something here. Something's happening and I'm not catching it all. So what else do we have to chat with? I have to be careful. No, we've only been talking for a couple minutes, but after the last live stream, we chatted and sewed for so long doing the jelly roll race that my phone was down to like 27%. So if we won't talk for more than 2 hours today, but anytime we talk for more than 2 hours, I need to make sure I check and plug my phone in. Otherwise, we'll get disconnected and I'll be sitting here talking to myself and I won't know it. So I get a lot of questions about how to help your favorite YouTuber earn money and how to make sure you can keep them on YouTube still and making a little bit of money. Because a lot of people, there are many people that are able to help support someone through like my Patreon channel, or they do super chats. I try not to, I think I may have turned off super chats, but I don't really care for them that much because YouTube should take a certain percentage, of course, but they take 40 or 50% of a super chat, and when the person that's donating that money wants to donate it to support the person that's doing the channel, I think that that's a little bit of a big chunk that's being taken out, and that makes it a little bit harder for that YouTube personality to support themselves through their channel and such like that. So I try, unless I've hit the button wrong, I try to keep the super chats turned off. Of course, at any given time, they can just pop back on. Hello, Tracy, and hello, everyone else. I'm not trying to miss out on anyone that I didn't say hello to. I just can't always see you guys because sometimes the chat gets going a little fast. But there are a variety of ways that you can help support someone. So I have the Patreon channel, so anyone who would like to go over there, I've restructured it a little bit. So if you want to just go and check it out and see how I've changed things up and what benefits you get for at different levels of support, there's different tiers. So depending on how much you want to support or you're able to support, you can choose different levels. I have moved it to more of a online video reward system versus a total mailing system, just so that it helps me out and you guys out. You're getting more for your donation, and we're not battling the cost of shipping items. And then there are other people have merchandise that you can purchase. And I'm just sitting here holding on to these things and not putting them anywhere. So you can always buy a channel's merchandise and help support them that way. I know a lot of channels have it. I have been creating merchandise in my head. I'm not quite ready yet to have merchandise. Oh no, Amy, I totally understand that. That's why I'm also going to let you all know the different ways to support it here. I know Patreon is a big commitment, but there's also the Ko-fi, and over there you can donate what they call a cup of coffee, and I believe it's like $3 or $3.50 or something. You can donate once. You can click that button and give as many coffees as you want. I don't think you can say, I want to give $25, but I could be wrong. But you can say, like, I want to give 10 cups of coffee. So you can do that over there. And one of the things I want to do now is, starting in the beginning of this year, anyone who donates either through my PayPal account or through my Ko-fi, I want to make sure that I'm going to put you all in a drawing, and I'm thinking probably quarterly we'll do a big giveaway. So anyone who donates to the channel can get tossed into that giveaway as a little bit of a thank you. Because when you donate on Ko-fi, I don't see your name or your mailing address, just kind of what I have it down below my description box. And most channels that are hooked up with the Ko-fi, and a lot of the crafty people are, they'll have it down in their description box. So if you ever want to know, gee, I wonder how I can give a little bit of money to this YouTube channel, go down below in the description box, pull it up. People might have, like, I have my PayPal, I have my Patreon, I have the Ko-fi. So there's those one-time places that you can donate through that. But I think I'm subscribed to, I'm looking at the screen over to my left, I'm subscribed to 721 YouTube channels. There's no way that I can donate to all of those channels every month. Plus, they're not always like super active, or I might not be on a name-to-name basis where I chat with them, and every time they put up a video, I'm like, oh, I've got to go and watch that video right away. So on those channels, what you can do is there's a lot of free things you can do. Let me just check up on the chats here. Yeah, Patreon can be quite expensive. I do have a $2 level and $5, $10, $15, $20, $25. So I do have a variety of levels for those of you that are looking for that little bit you want to donate a month. Then you have the Ko-fi, or you can just say, I want to send a monetary gift through PayPal. Robin, here's $5. You know, whatever you want to do, I really appreciate it. The only income that I have coming in is through my crafty world here. So I have to piece all of these little bits together, and I'm fine with that. I'm not like, oh, woe is me. It's just to give you guys an idea of my reality and what's probably the same reality on a lot of the other channels that you watch also. We all have different levels of survival and creativity and crafty. Just like anything in the world, everyone's a little bit different. So if you are at the point where you're like, whoa, crazy lady, I'm not giving anyone my hard-earned money, or I just don't have that much money to give, and you're like me where you have 700 channels you follow, what you can do is you can just watch people's videos. If you watch my videos from the beginning to the end and you don't fast forward, that's going to make YouTube go, oh, this girl must have something good going on that this person watched all the way through. And they also like to watch other quilting channels. Well, let me go ahead and, oh, look, Sally's come along. Sally's been watching quilting channels. Let me tell her about Robin's channel. Maybe she wants to watch Robin too. So that gives YouTube the idea with the algorithm of, hey, let's check it out. I've been asked, can you fast forward to the end? No. If you don't watch it live, YouTube knows if you fast forwarded. They're sneaky that way. They know what you're doing. So if you fast forward, it doesn't count as watching it from beginning to end. Yeah, 390 channels. Jody, you're just a baby. Come on up to me with the 700. It's okay because not everyone posts videos all the time. There's many times where I watch Netflix because there's nothing new to watch on YouTube. I'm going to ramble because you know it's how I do it. I'm going to be putting up a video soon where we're going to talk about, hey, everyone down in the description box, go ahead and give me the name of one of your favorite channels that not everyone watches. So we all watch Robin. Most of us watch Mom and Pop. And a lot of us, we know about the Fat Quarter Shop, and we know about Missouri Star Quilt. I'm thinking about those little channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers. There are some out there that someone on Facebook showed me, someone that only has 80 subscribers. She's got like 6 or 7 videos, but they're all scrappy videos. So I thought if I put up a random video sometime during the week, my goal is this week, then you guys can all put the name. You can't add links, but if you tell me the exact name, I can pin a comment and I can just keep adding all of those channels so we can all find someone new to follow. And then we can follow these little tricks to help them out. Yeah, I don't have, well, I have my kids' cable and stuff like that so I can watch it on the app. And I have Netflix, but it's mostly, I mean, I feel really fancy and spoiled now because I have a Roku TV, so I can watch a lot of random things on there. But I still end up coming back to YouTube and Netflix. It's my thing. So what else can you do? Oh, anytime you watch a video, what I do is, okay, I'm going to watch Robin's video, RsIslandCrafts. I know she likes the same things I do. I've always enjoyed her video. So before I even click on play, I hit like. If I'm going to take the time to watch it, I'm going to hit like. Because in reality, it doesn't matter if you hit the like button, the thumbs up, or the thumbs down. YouTube counts that as an interaction. So if you think you're hurting a channel by giving it the thumbs down, you're really not, and most channels don't even look at it. They just want you to have that connection with people, that conversation back and forth. So either hit thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Pick one. I like to hit thumbs up, so when I go back later, and let's say I've watched something from Missouri Star Quilt Company about English paper piecing, and I watched it 3 years ago. And next week I'm searching for English paper piecing and I want to watch something new. When I come up and I see it and I see that I've already liked that video, I know I've already watched it. So I can keep scrolling and find something new to watch. So I'm kind of a little selfish with my likes that way. I like every video that I watch so that I know that I've watched it. And that way, you know, it's there for me and it's taken care of and I know I don't have to watch it again unless I choose to. So we watch it all the way to the end. We like it, we dislike it. You can also go ahead and leave a comment. So if you leave a comment, that's going to also generate that algorithm and YouTube will say, oh, well, Robin had enough, did she like the video enough that she stopped and took the time to comment it? So again, let me put this out to other people. I've heard from several of you that you've seen more of my videos than you're suggested down below. I'm just stopping for a minute. Yeah, if you don't like the channel, just go somewhere else. But sometimes I don't like the video, so I do just leave. I don't leave a comment. I don't leave a, well, I always leave a like, as I mentioned, but I don't like go back and give a thumbs down. I just don't watch the video. Because sometimes it's not what I wanted, or the person isn't. Sometimes we can't help who we are, but sometimes certain voices just kind of, they just kind of get, and they hurt my head a little bit, so I can't always watch them. Or sometimes I'll come back and try it again later because maybe they're not that skilled yet at editing it, or their microphone was really bad and I can't hear them. So I do take that in consideration and I'll come back and watch something later. So I don't give up on a channel right away unless it's something I absolutely do not like and I thought I was getting English paper piecing and I ended up getting how long it takes cement to dry. Now that's a perfectly fine video to watch, it's just not something I'm always interested in at the time. Though I have watched paint dry videos before, which is unusual, but whatever. I watch grass grow, I watch paint dry. So then we like it, we comment. Oh, and if you see, like, let's say you're watching and Vicky or Jody or Carol or Sue, they leave a comment and they're like, oh my goodness, I love that color of the fabric. And then you can go below their comment and you can have a conversation with them and say, oh yeah, Vicky, I love it too. Or I made a quilt out of that fabric line. And then YouTube will say, oh, people are carrying on a conversation in the comments? Well, this video must be really awesome and people enjoy it, so we're going to suggest that video to more people. So it's just any type of interaction with the channel. It's a totally free way. You're just spending a little bit of your time. And most of us have a bit of time to spare here and there. So that helps. If you put it into a playlist, that also helps because YouTube thinks you're saving it for later. So I have tons of playlists for my channel and for me personally that you guys can't see. So I was on a kick of making note cards and how to make cards and envelopes. So I have a whole bunch of those. My watch later list. Let me see what my watch later list. I throw a lot of things into my watch later. Is that what it's called? Yeah, watch later. So my watch later list. Oh, this TV doesn't tell me, but I know I'm over 1,000 because I was looking at it the other day. I got it down to 600, but I have like 1,000 on that list. Yeah, I don't always subscribe to everyone, but as subscribing to them helps. It helps as I said, any type of interaction you do, and those are all free things. Now, let's go to the commercials and the ads. YouTube has changed their ad thing up a little bit. Before, you could choose whether or not you had ads, and then they started like everyone's going to have ads because they've got to have their money too. So I don't always get to determine where the ads are going to be. Sometimes I can do it, and other times they're just like, oh, look, we're just going to throw some ads in, especially like on a live stream. The live stream, I try to go back and minimize the amount of ads you guys will see, but I can't always do it. So you may see a lot of ads in a live stream. That just happens. Sometimes they'll put it like every 3 minutes, and sometimes they'll put it every 10 minutes. If you've already watched a bunch of ads from, let's say you've been marathon watching YouTube, does it help to watch the ads? Yep, ads. The ads are important. Here's my opinion with the ads from my channel. If the ad is something you enjoy to watch, go ahead and let it run. If it's for a minute or less, go ahead and let it run. I've been seeing ads that are like full 30-minute episodes of a TV show, or they're talking about high blood pressure or diabetes, and they're 20, 30, 45 minutes long. Please don't watch those ads. Skip over them, the ones in the beginning. There'll be more ads later on. If you're doing your dishes and cooking dinner and you can just let it run on your computer, you can just pop in a playlist of your favorite people, pop on my channel and just let the videos just show and the ads run while you're not paying attention to them. I let that happen a lot. I put an ad at the end of my videos because what happens a lot of times is as you're watching the video and then you'll stop to go, the video will be just about over. You're like, okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. So you're like, okay, I'm doing my dishes, making dinner. I'm going to keep doing that until I can get into the other room to turn that channel. And then there'll be an ad at the end. And that's a good way that people will get a little bit of that extra ad revenue in by letting that ad just run and run and run. So that's always a good thing. I never get, oh no, email notifications no longer exist, Carol. They canceled that. Exactly, Gwenny. I go get a drink, I go and use the restroom, just whatever I happen to need. I treat it like a commercial on a TV show. When you're watching regular TV and you don't have cable or anything, you can't fast forward that commercial, right? So I'm just going to use it like that, and I'm going to run to the restroom. I'm going to go check the mail. I'm going to do whatever while that commercial is running. And then I know that YouTuber is going to make, you're not going to make a lot of money. You're going to make 3 cents, 4 cents. It adds up over time, yes. So I don't know how many videos I have. I have a lot of videos. I have over 300, 400, 500 videos. So if I earned 5 cents on 500 videos in one day, that's going to add up. And of course, they're still going to take their percentage of it. Everyone takes a percentage of your income, just like in the real world. But if we all help out just that little bit for every channel, it's going to add up for them, and it's going to make a difference. You're going to make a difference in someone's life. You don't know what they've got going on. Yeah, you let the dogs out. It's the perfect timing. You don't really know what's going on in someone's life and how much that little bit's going to help. Oh no, I don't like when sewing machines don't work right. See, and not only that is like, say I might be having a sad day, and then all of a sudden I notice like one of my older videos, everyone got really interested in it, so a bunch of people are watching it, or you guys are all of a sudden leaving comments on a new video, and you're brightening up someone's day without even knowing it. So you don't have to have money to help out your favorite YouTube channels. Just watching their videos, subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing it on Facebook. You never really know. Hi, Kathy. It all adds up. No, I can never watch them all either, Michelle. And if I'm watching it on the TVs or the tablet or the laptop or whatever, I can't do much. But every now and then I'll pick up my phone and I'll just go through, like when I was getting a wax melting stamp thing to do a little, to put stamps on the back of my envelopes with the wax melts, I probably have 30 of those videos saved. But I know what I'm doing now, so I just need to go through and erase them all out. When I was figuring out how to put the grass down and when to do it, I have a bunch of those videos saved. So again, I just need to go through and clear out all that clutter. Does that make sense for everyone? Does anyone else have a how to help my YouTuber survive question? Hello, Choco from Germany. Welcome, welcome. I've been really enjoying seeing some new names coming through. We've been seeing some people that have been commenting. They're like, oh, I've been watching you for a while. This is the first time commenting, and that's really exciting. I've been seeing names come through that I don't recognize. So you guys are either new as a new viewer or you're just new to commenting, and that's really exciting to see. If you guys ever have a video idea that you'd like me to do something, or, oh, that's pretty. I like that. If you have an idea of something you'd like to see or something you don't understand and you want a little bit of a video help with it, you can always send me an email. Sometimes I take forever to get to it, and other times I do it right away. Buying my stuff helps out a lot, and I really appreciate everyone that goes into my shop and purchases anything from me. You don't understand how exciting it gets. With Etsy now, I downloaded the Sellers app, so anytime someone buys something from my shop, it goes cha-ching. So if I'm just sitting here and I'm working on a project like this, and all of a sudden my phone goes cha-ching, I'm like, oh, happy dance, happy dance. And then if you just like my shop, it makes another noise. So at first I'm like, oh, what's that noise? And I'm like, oh, that's Etsy. Someone has liked my shop. It's just so exciting. It's like, well, it's like a validation, you know, that you're doing something that people like. Well, welcome, Debbie. I'm so glad you're here. We have a very, very helpful group. We have a very, I don't want to say you guys are calm and quiet, but you guys can be very wild and crazy. Everyone is very respectful and helpful. They're always jumping in to help people out. So if anyone has a question, or if you want to help someone else out that has asked a question, just go ahead and jump in. We're always respectful and quiet. Well, respectful, not quiet. So that's what happens when you get me live. Words just come out of my mouth. We love new people, though. I love meeting new friends. I'm very much an introvert out in the real world, but here, you guys can't see me, so if I act a little goofy and I get all excited because my phone goes cha-ching or clink, 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 or whatever it does when it likes things, you guys don't know till I tell you, you know. I can keep my wild and crazy to myself, or I can share it. It's like when you get that one puzzle piece that just fits perfectly in that one spot. You get all excited, except I don't want to lose the elephant. There we go. So anyone who's new that hasn't seen me do this before, I have a video playlist about making these cards, or at least a video. I don't know how many videos I've done. But I have this, and I have fabric postcards, so I have playlists and videos for both of those. It's getting to the point where I think there's nothing new to show you guys, but then something new always pops up. like these amazing bags. So it's that thing, you can't keep everything you make. You have to share it with the world, and you need money to survive in the world. So it's like, I make these all for you guys, and then I know I'm going to have to make some new ones for myself, because I just have to have some of those bags. What's that? Wayne, everything is so small. Gwenny's a little crazy. See, I think if you're willing to admit your craziness, you're okay. It's not too bad yet. You haven't totally gone over to the dark side. I think us crafters in general tend to have a little bit of that crazy in them anyway. Deborah's always glad to put in her 2 cents. That's okay, Amy. We've had conversations, and I've tried different times for everyone, and it's different we tried Sundays, we tried during the weeks, and I can tell by how many people watch the video now and later. I know a lot of people have to come back and watch it later. They can't all see it now live. And I'm going to watch traffic go by. And I understand that. It's okay. I can't always watch videos live. My internet doesn't like it. A lot of times I have to come back and watch the replay so that it doesn't sit there and buffer, and then I don't hear what they're saying and all that crazy stuff. I'm going to try, like today, okay, we have this random one. Today I'm going to try putting some more random ones on. I like to, I want to just start randomly putting things on. My brain doesn't always work in the afternoon. If I'm having a great day and a great night, and the shoulder and the neck pain hasn't made my brain go totally crazy, I'll try to pop in some few times for nighttime. The tutorials, I think I'm always going to keep them at the same time, just because my level of cohesiveness and intelligence is much higher at noon on Saturday. Terry, there's never anybody late. There's more views on the replay than there are on the lives, and that's fine. You guys have a grand time on the replays too, which is great. Everyone will still comment and chat with each other, and the views will be there, so it's wonderful. And I'm glad that we're able to have replays and not rely solely on watching things live, because as I said, there'd be many times that I wouldn't be able to watch people's live streams either if they weren't for the replay, because I have to press a little button to make it pop up for replay. And then I have to be careful, like with the jelly roll rice, that there's not a technical difficulty. The size of the mat that I'm using, I am using a mat. It is 24 inches long and 17 inches wide. And I have these copper mats that you can buy. I bought this on Amazon that you can use for the bottom of your cookie sheets. But I use parchment paper. I got a really good deal on these, and I thought it'd be perfect so that I don't get any of the glue and adhesive on my fancy wool mat. No marathons. We're just going to hang around for a little bit, probably about an hour or so, and then I'll let you guys go. Do you use metallic sewing or embroidery threads? I have used metallic embroidery threads in my hand embroidery. I haven't had much luck with the sewing, but I tried it like twice, got frustrated and gave up. So I really didn't give it that much of a chance. I do want to be able to add that in. And I want to do... Vicky needs help. What does Vicky need help and advice for? Hubby came up. Oh, Frida had shoulder surgery a couple days ago. Oh, I know how that is. I've had 3 surgeries on my right shoulder and 1 on my left. That really puts you down for a while, not being able to use it. It was really hard. I was a knitter and crocheter only during those times. You have to learn how to figure out how to do things with your other hand and stuff. I hope it is healing quickly for you. I hope your pain is well managed and that you get back to what you enjoy quickly. Gosh, I just can't seem to decide what to do. It's like it's the smallest little bit of fabric, but I want it to be seen and I don't want to hide it anywhere. So I'm like, where am I going to put it? This is my struggle. I got this fabric in a charm pack at Walmart when they first went back to having that little section, little fabric section, probably what, 10 or more years ago. And it was the cutest fabric. Yeah, I'd like to start doing some things. I don't want to sound snarky, but I'm probably going to sound a little snarky. If you guys noticed, all of a sudden there's this really big craze now for slow stitching, which using the metallic thread would be great for. But slow stitching isn't anything new, guys. It's been around for a gazillion years. They did it when they were doing the crazy quilts and stuff like that. Slow stitching isn't new. I'm glad everyone's really getting into it, but they're making it sound like it's something brand new that's never been around before. And it's been around for a very long time. But I think I'd like to use some of the metallic embroidery floss for doing some of that little slow stitching and things. And I want to incorporate that into the whole process of when I want to make the art quilts and such. And I think things like that will work out well. It's going to look like I'm jumping onto the slow stitch bandwagon, because that's what some of my art quilts are going to be. But what are you going to do? You might be able to tell I've never wanted to be jumping on the bandwagon type thing. It's like once it becomes popular, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. Everyone's in the world is doing it. I don't want to do it no more. But it's okay. We all have to share. There's just so much out there in the world for us that there's plenty for everybody. There's room for everyone. We can all be part of it. Yeah, right? Slow stitching, they did, there's a lot of, we're seeing more with the internet and more people coming out with the different Japanese and then the African stitching, and a lot of people that do the little large quilting type stuff. I don't remember all the different names for them, but they did it all. You see them on the different videos and stuff now from other countries where they're doing that, and I just think it's really kind of cool. And you know what? If they want to say that it's something new that they've all just come up with, I don't care. As long as they're being creative, they're sharing their talents and giving advice and, you know, helping other people out. There's a lot of new people that don't know about any of this stuff, so it is all new to them. So I think it's wonderful. I just, at the same time, and I laugh and I'm like, guys, it's not new. It's Little House on the Prairie, and even before, when they were... These are Chinese lanterns. When the girls would sit around and they would do all the different things for their hope chest. Oh, look at that. That's fun too. They would be putting all these different things. They'd have to make their handkerchiefs and their kitchen towels and all those different things for their hope chest for when they got married. So all that was around, and they're just bringing it back, and I think that's great. Oh, yeah, exactly, Gwenny. Now, I can be fast, but the problem is I still have that snowman. Why? Because there's 17 other things that catch my attention, and then I just don't get back to it. And that's my own fault. I'm trying to take all of my different, like I haven't shown you guys my yarn projects yet lately. I think I'm going to just do a separate bonus video that'll show up sometime with a little catch-up of my Whip It Wednesday, Not on Wednesday. This is what I've been knitting stuff. Yeah, what's old is new again, and I think it's great. I think it's great. Yeah, some of these are just really fun. You guys have sent me some of these. Some of them have come from wherever, and I just really love it. I can add so much more. Oh, there goes the mailman. I can just add so much more fun things to my projects by the generosity of you guys sharing things. And that's another way that I've seen some people help other channels out. There are a lot of people that are like me that do scrappy little things, and they are doing the slow stitching and stuff like that. And look, I mean, it's just a little nugget. Someone just sent me this little nugget. I don't know at this point who sent it, but it's got a bird in the tree with the cat and everything like that, and it's just fun. So they're doing, if you can send things, like for those people that send me things, I really appreciate it. But remember, shipping is expensive now. If you're going to ship me something and it's going to be a bunch of scraps and it's going to be tough on your budget, I appreciate your love, but you can just take a little envelope with like a card, or just, you know, that would go in a card. You can send me 5 or 6 of these pieces, and I'm going to be just as excited as that one person that sent me a big envelope full of them, because you've gone through your stash and you've sent me the scraps that mean something to you, so it means something to me. Just don't ever put yourself broke sharing your love with people. It's great to share, and I love sending things out to people. Yes, someone sent me a fat quarter of the Canadian flag, and I've used it in a lot of different things. I'm really down to like the little bits of scraps like this. So I like to include that in for my Canadian friends. So if you see like people send me the salvages and stuff, and I really appreciate it, and I am working on salvage projects that is at the, well, it's not at the tippy top, it's at the second top of my list. It's getting up there for projects that I need to be working on, because I really want to have some wall hangings from the salvages. If you have one that's really fun and you see it's got little flamingos or hearts or just fun bright colors, I've had someone send me just 1 or 2 salvages in a card, and it's amazing, and I appreciate it and I love it. So don't always feel like you have to send me or any other YouTuber a big crap ton of something in the mail. You should never have to make yourself go short and be concerned about paying your own bills to show your love and support to a YouTube channel. There's many ways that we just discussed on how to, sorry, I get hooked up on you guys' comments. So there's many ways that you can support someone without having it to hurt your budget. Because I'm sure, like me, no one else wants you to struggle or anything, just to give someone a little bit of a something gift or to help them financially. Oh, wonderful. I love to hear when you guys put me on in the background when I'm chattering away like on a live or something. Not everyone wants to make a jelly roll quilt. I don't blame you. I've made 3. Let me tell you, I'm about done. Will I make another? Well, if for some reason I feel drawn to, sure, I'll make another. But I really don't want to. But I'm not against it. So it's nice that you guys are doing something while we're chatting. So you, obviously, like today, we're not doing anything of major importance. We're just spending time together. So get some of your stuff done. Let us chatter away in the background. I've got a lot of this Japanese lantern type fabric. One of you all sent it to me. I'll put it with Canada. Canada can have a little Japanese with them. So yeah, just be careful on what you're doing and make sure you're not hurting yourself in order to help someone else. And I think it's that way in life at all. Sometimes, yes, I will give my last $5 to someone, or I will spend it on shipping or whatever if what I'm sending, I feel that it's very important to them and it's going to brighten their day and help them out. But if you're shipping something and you're like, whoa, you know, I don't have groceries this week, or I can't afford my electric or whatever, then you have to take a step back and think, is it really, should I really be doing this? And those are the days when you can just go ahead and, you know, watch the, nice little heart, watch the advertisements on a YouTube channel, share it with someone, I can't speak for everyone, but I know most of us are very grateful and are happy when you guys do those things. Oh my goodness, that's a big jelly roll race. I think if I were, I'm going to do another jelly roll race. I can feel it. I have a couple ideas, but I'm not going to do the big quilt. I want to do some small little wall hangings and stuff. So, you know, like that. Vicky, venting is perfect. And if you want to go into the Facebook group and put a post and ask for some help in there and get just some moral support or some suggestions, you guys can go ahead and do that. It doesn't have to be all crafting related. You can say, hey, Lord help me, I'm going to kill my husband today because if he leaves them dirty socks in front of the door one more time, or, you know, hey, do you have a suggestion on how to handle this? Just try to keep it, we're staying away from the hot topics, you know, the politics, the religion, the things that are really going to upset someone. If you want to discuss, I'm looking for a new church, and I don't know what type of minister is usually a Baptist or a Buddha. I don't, you know, but if you want to say, I'm a Catholic, you have to be a Catholic, and then that's it. That's a little bit harsh in the group. But I don't want to ever keep people from getting any help. So if you want to put in there and say, hey, I'm struggling with a family member, I don't understand, I don't know what to do, I've done all of this, feel free to go ahead and join in on that conversation. I do see everything that goes in. I try to like all the posts. I try to keep an eye to make sure we're all staying in the happy zone. So I'm trying to make sure we're all good. But if you want to ask some questions, go ahead. People will help support you. Okay, I'm just reading comments. I'm going to finish these and iron these, and then I think we'll be done. So if you guys have any more questions, remember, go ahead and do the coupon code moving sale in the Art Fire shop. You're going to get 25% off of anything. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment on any video, whether it's mine or one of your favorite YouTubers. Give them a little bit of a helping hand. You know that I can tell you how important it is and how appreciated it is. Even the simple comment. Sometimes I get a comment and the only thing in the comment is hi. You know what? And I love that comment just as much as any other one because they took the time to stop and say hi. So that is great. Whoop, that matches. Can't do that. So whatever you have time for is amazing. Any type of support that you can give any of your favorite YouTubers, I'm telling you 100% they're appreciating it. I will probably, I don't like to say, hey guys, you know, help support me here, but I'm probably going to be having at least a sale in the shop again. After I get the Etsy all going, I'll have another sale, a grand opening sale, because I always need a little bit of something for this, that, and the next thing. But I always want to make sure I give you guys something in return. So that way, as I said, anyone who does, I've talked to my patrons, and we all know that if my patrons have their own special deals. So they know what they're receiving from me, and they know how everything's going. So they know that I was going to talk to you guys about this. So anyone who makes any donations to the channel, whether it's through Ko-fi or if it's through PayPal or anything like that, that I'm going to be doing a little giveaway for everyone so that I can do a little thank you. Because when you, certain things, if you do, I can't send a thank you card to all of you guys because one, an address, and two, you know, well, if everyone, there would be a lot of thank you cards, right? Dryer sheets, yes. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mrs. Petros. Yes, on dryer sheets. I've saved not dryer sheets because I don't use those. I've been saving my color catchers. so that you can do the same thing with these too. So I've been saving these so that I can do a little bit of creativeness with them. I'm trying not to save everything. Like I have my little trash pile over here, so I'm not saving everything. But yeah, I do save a little too much sometimes. I'm trying to get things reorganized, and I'm finding that I have a video coming up for you guys on how I deal with my scraps, how I decide what to save, how I save them, and stuff like that. So you guys will be having that video coming up shortly. I'm really enjoying having the videos recorded ahead of time. I don't have to have that moment of freak out where, did I have a video for today? Oh my goodness, you know? So that's been working out really nice. We've been chatting for a while. I can hear the cats starting to meow outside the door. I was smart this time and I closed the door so that they couldn't come in and pester us. I think ahead every now and then. What if you put that purple with the scallop edge? I will be moving that on top once I get some more underneath there, Tracy. Yes, because I want that to be the accent. But I've learned over time to let it sit there. Like I kept moving this one so I can tuck it under. But when I find that one piece that's going to be perfect, I'm going to lift this one up and put it underneath. Because I get tired of moving the same piece over and over again. It drives me crazy. Like I have this pink one here, and then I put that on top. See? Excellent suggestion. All right. Oh yeah, fur babies. But you know what? They interrupt, and then I always feel bad because I disappear. All right, is the phone still going? Good. So I've got my Verizon internet up here, and that's how I'm going live. Then I've got my home internet. I've got my Chromebook up here where I just lost a video. It's buffering. And then I have my other tablet over here, kind of like, it's a Samsung, like an iPad type thing, and that one's fine. So here we go. We're all back again. So it looks like I'm waving. So it looks like we have to... Oh, so it's not behind, just a little bit. I think it's a YouTube thing because I can look and see my phone. My phone is fine, so it's not my internet. It's freaky YouTube. It happens. It happens. I don't pretend to know all about all that stuff. It's just me, guys. I'm the whole operation here, and I don't want to say the brains because the brains aren't always good when it comes to things like that. So I need one more strip and I'm going to press it down. Look at this. I've got this fun, I call it my pink watermelon, pink grapefruit. Okay. Now, the reason I do mine on interfacing is because it's got glue. And then I can make messes like that. I have to keep my iron out of the way because it doesn't turn off and I don't want to burn myself. And I already make you guys nervous enough when I hold like rotary cutters. But I use this nifty little iron. I have a lightweight, very, very lightweight fusible interfacing that I'm using. It's all in that video. I gave you all the numbers and stuff in my video on how to make these cards. What it is right now, let me see if I have a bolt. Oh, it's my P44F. It's P44F fusible interfacing. It's very, very lightweight. It's like 99 cents a yard at Joann's, but they put it on sale many, many times for like 50 cents, 25 cents a yard. It goes on big time sale. So that's when I go ahead and I buy. I don't buy necessarily a bolt, but I'll go and I'll figure out, okay, well, I'll buy 30 yards or something like that. And then I go through afterwards and I will do all my straight line stitching to actually hold it down because this isn't going to hold it all down. It does. I don't use it. I don't put any water in it, so I don't use it for my regular quilting and stuff because I am a steam person. I did tell you guys in another video, I think the last live, that my iron died, and I've been using Justin's for clothes and stuff. And I'm going to have to keep that as a backup iron. I find that I do not like it. That's what I like. I like all the fun, colorful stuff. I probably should have kept cards in here to show you what it looks like in the end. But most of you guys have seen them. I want to start making some Christmas ones here and there as I go too, so that I have a bunch ready for Christmas and the holidays. I think I have 1 Halloween and 2 Christmas ones. Yes, it gets very hot, knock on wood. I have not burnt myself on it yet, but I can feel the steam coming off of it, even though it doesn't have water steam. Awesome. I love seeing you guys when you're doing all the different either cards or fabric postcards. I see lots of you guys on Instagram. They're having more and more swaps on there for the fabric postcards. They just did. I missed it. I would have loved to have signed up for it, but they had a Tula Pink fabric postcard swap. They're sending out to partners tomorrow. Wait, today's the 30th. I thought it was the 29th. So they're doing partners tomorrow. And I missed signups by like a couple days. I'm like, argh. Because I had that perfect piece of Tula Pink fabric that Jody sent me, the scraps that I could have used to make a fabric postcard. So I'm like, drats. And then I use a glue stick to just tack down my interfacing to keep my fan from blowing it around. Because otherwise I sit here and I want to say bad words all the time, and I'm not a bad words kind of person. Yes, the light, if you don't have any water in it and stuff, it's much easier on the shoulder for a bigger iron, but these, yeah. And when I'm doing the quilting, I lift the box of an iron up because I want it to be heavy. I like a heavy iron when I'm quilting, but not if my shoulders are bothering me. I've been really lucky that they're feeling a lot better now, and they're not causing me as much issues. Some people sew their scraps down as a piece of foundation, so it's another way to save things instead of throwing them away. Like I'm doing it onto interfacing. They'll do like a crazy quilt, and they'll sew their scraps onto it, or crumb blocks, or log cabin, or whatever. They'll put it on their dryer sheets or the color catchers, and you can make like a fabric postcard. So I was thinking with my color catchers, as I walk away and talking, they're pretty close to the size of, you know, like a little postcard or something. What do these measure? They measure 7.5. Okay, these are like 7 by 4, 7.5 by 4.5, so it might not be perfect for a fabric postcard, but you can always add a border onto it. You can do your piecing right onto there. You could also use it as a foundation to do the slow stitching, to do some beadwork, and it's just one of those things that it's a conversational thing. Hey Robin, I love your little mug rug. What'd you do? I'm like, oh, I took an old dryer sheet or a color catcher and I created it using that, and it's just a whole conversational thing, and it's great for recycling and reusing and stuff like that. That's what it is for me. It's just a neat little thing to say, hey. I mean, it's not very useful for me, like when I'm making, what have I got, 4 by 4. So I've got 16 of these cards I'm making. I'd like to make 50 of them. So I don't have 50 color catchers or 50 dryer sheets. Shred blocks where there aren't seamless. Yeah, exactly. And like for me, I'm just going to go ahead and do straight line stitching. Since these are going to be on a card, I put a little piece of cardstock on the back, and I sew these to the cardstock, and then I tape that down to the front of a cardstock card that I make. And that means on the inside there is no stitching or anything, so you can write on the entire thing. were we talking about? Oh, yeah, some people have bad mouths and sometimes, whoops, sorry, I kicked you guys. It's all what we're willing to put up with. And sometimes it's just too much and we just can't put up with it. And then we have to stop going to those pages. As I said, sometimes for me, it's the voice. Sometimes I don't want to listen to people be derogatory against other crafters and stuff. Like, okay, all right, so you could say, Robin, you were giving the slow stitchers a hard time. I'm not giving them a hard time. I'm just saying, hey, guys, it's not a new thing. It's been around for a while. So I guess, yeah, okay. But I'm never going to call anyone stupid for doing something. And, uh-oh, you guys totally disappeared. Oh, man. I lost you guys. I must have hit the mouse and I closed all my tabs. So I can see you guys over here, but I don't have much. The comments are from noon. It's from before noon on that one. So that one isn't very helpful for me. There we go. Whatever. Okay, I can't see the comments anymore, and I'm just about done anyways. Oh, here we go. Are we getting some? Hello, Isabel. So my next step will be to give these another good pressing. I'll probably hit them with a good steam iron. And then I'm going to set them aside until I have time to sew. You guys still see me? I want to make sure that whatever I'm saying on my channel, that if you guys have your grandkids sitting in your lap while you're watching a video, or you're sitting with your husband or anyone else, thanks, Carol. I went and looked over on my phone and I'm like, I don't see any comments, but now they're coming up. I want to make sure that if I accidentally slip and say a bad word, that maybe I'm talking fast enough and no one really hears it and you can kind of like, you know, apologize for me to the grandkids, or your husband can just roll their eyes. But I want to be family friendly because not everyone wants to hear a sailor. My sister, one of my sisters, the youngest one, she talks like a sailor. And if that's what she wants to do, then that's her life. She gets to do whatever she wants. That she's a grown woman and she can do anything she wants. But for me, I like to keep this family friendly. I also don't want YouTube to yell at me. I don't know YouTube. YouTube's a total stranger entity to me, but I really don't want to be reprimanded by them. I don't like to get in trouble. Yes, Lisa, you sew them down like I am using interfacing for my foundation here. Let's see if you're doing like foundation piecing. If you want to do like a crazy quilt, you could do almost like a quilt as you go. Put down a piece of fabric like this, and then you take another one like this and you put it down next to it. You take it to the sewing machine and you stitch your seam, then you flip it over. You can finger press it, then you come along with another piece of fabric, oh, the one I like, with the little googly eyes, and you put that down and you sew it down, and you just keep going, and it just gives you a guideline. Like if I want to make this be my mug rug, I can just sew all of my little scraps onto it and go like that. Now, is this for everybody? No. Is sewing on the calculator strips for everybody? No. Do you have to do it? Of course not. Do what makes you happy. If you only sew with 5-inch squares and charm packs, don't save any of this mess. This isn't for you. It's going to drive you crazy and put too much clutter in your room. But if you get this little thrill out of just laying it all down and having these raw edges, go for it. There's a lot of you that have a little bit of an issue with having things being in the right direction, right sides up. A little OCD drives you crazy. This will not be for you. But there's plenty of other techniques out there that you can do. So I'm going to let you all go. I just wanted to pester you for a little bit today. I wanted to tell you all those little stories. If you're coming in new, you can check the replay. I go over why did I switch back to Etsy after being gone for 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 years. There's a coupon code. I will add it down below. It's moving sale for Artfire. You'll get 25% off all of your total purchases. I am going to be putting my baskets. Once I clean up the mess from the live stream, I will be adding all of these glorious baskets into the Etsy shop. So if you're interested, you can check those out there. Then we talked about different ways to support a channel. If you don't want to have to send them money, or if you don't have money to send, how you can support a channel for free. And that I'm going to be doing quarterly giveaways for anyone that brings additional support to my channel. Oh, and for those of you that are just, I shouldn't say just, but for those of you that aren't monetarily supporting it and you are liking the videos and commenting and stuff, I will be doing giveaways for you also. I'm not going to let you guys waste away to the sidelines. You guys support the channel more than anyone else. Those of you that like and share and comment and watch all the videos, for those of you that just let me run in the background and let me ramble on, and you're not even watching the video, you might not even be awake or at home, I want to thank you, Birdsong. Yes, my birthday's coming up. It's going to be February 7th, Super Bowl Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. We are going live on February 6th. I have a Valentine's Day project for you. I cannot show you because it's in my phone and I don't have any of it prepared, which is why I went live today, because I thought today was February 6th, but it's not. So we're going to do that. But I want to make sure that I say thank you to everyone that supports my channel, no matter how you do it. And you ready for this? My goal for 2021, I told you guys before I didn't want to do it. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I want to have 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. So throughout the year, we are going to do some type of a marathon thing. You know, as I said, I'm going to put up a video so you guys can share all your favorite channels, and I'm going to say, you know, everyone share my channel, and we'll do giveaways throughout the year, and it's going to be subscriber driven and stuff like that. I am at 29,500 and something or another. So if you guys get me to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, we're going to have a big party. We're going to have a blowout. I don't know what we're going to do, but 50,000 subscribers is huge when we're just barely at 30. So if we can get 20,000 subscribers by December 31st, we are going to have a kickin' party in January. There's going to be balloons, not balloons because I'm allergic to latex and I don't do the Mylar, but there's going to be balloons and streamers and cake and cookies, and we're going to have prizes, and we're going to have a massive blowout. We're going to do something because that is my goal, and if you guys help me reach that goal, we're going to celebrate and everyone's going to get rewarded. Fabric postcards for everyone. Could you imagine sending out 50,000 fabric postcards? My mailman already looks at me strange when I send out my Patreon cards, and I do them in 2 or 3 separate sessions so my mailbox isn't full. But so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, if everyone can just share the videos. You can go back in the past and find a video that you enjoyed. It doesn't have to be today's video. You can share one of the crumb ones. You can share like my curtains. You can share anything that you enjoyed, one of the small quick projects, the quilt as you go. Anything you want, you go ahead and share it. If you've got ideas for new ones, let me know. I'm going to be putting up videos. Oh, here's the question. I probably shouldn't ask, but do you guys want to know ahead of time what videos I'm posting, or... Yeah, I don't mind people who cuss. I just don't always want to hear it all the time. You never know who's watching your YouTube channel, that cussing is not always going to be appropriate for everyone. If your channel is all about cussing and that's all you do, people coming into your channel are going to know that this person cusses a lot, so I shouldn't watch it. I shouldn't have the volume up on at work. I shouldn't have my 5-year-old granddaughter with me. I shouldn't be watching this with my minister or things like that. If that person cusses all the time, I don't mind that. If that's, cussing can put Sometimes cussing has its place and it can add value to a conversation. If you're just doing it for the shock factor, then I don't see the point. But I don't have to watch the video. I can make that choice to scroll by. I don't have to see that on Facebook and Instagram. I can scroll by. No one needs to know my comments. I don't have to stop and say, you're an idiot for all of your swearing. They want to swear, they can swear. That's totally up to them. Me, I like to keep this as a friendly, clean channel. Doesn't matter to me if I know ahead of time. Okay, Sandy, great. Because like I said, I told you guys when those basket videos are coming up, so I know you guys can plan for that. It's just, I feel bad showing you guys things and saying, you can't have a tutorial for 8 weeks on that. And I haven't figured out how to do my Instagram posts, how to schedule them in the future. So if anyone knows how to do that easily on Instagram, just let me know, please. So that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Does anyone have a question? I will stand here for 37.5 seconds waiting to see if any questions come up. Exactly, Terry. You don't want to have a surprise when you have your kids with you. True. A YouTube channel, if you want to grow your YouTube channel and make it the way you earn a living and pay and support yourself. For those of you that don't know, I lost my husband in 2019. I do not receive any type of Social Security from him. I don't receive, he doesn't, no pension, no retirement, nothing like that. I have to earn all of my money. So if I want to grow my channel and turn it into something, bye Choco. If I want to grow my channel, it's not, I do need to do things that I'm passionate about, but if all I want to do is show knitting and you guys are all about quilting, you're going to leave. If you like the mixture, I can show both. If I'm only going to talk about this one subject and you guys are tired of hearing about it, you're going to leave. So my channel has to be geared towards you, but I have to be passionate about what I'm showing. Excellent, Lisa. I'm glad someone could help for you. Well, my schedule, Vicki, is always the same. You're always going to get a Whip It Wednesday, and you're going to get a video